of Time Technoplast Limited. We have the requisite member present for the quorum. Currently, total 66 members present for this meeting. I now hand over the proceeding to the company secretary, Mr. Hemant Soni. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ashish. Good afternoon, everyone. It is now 4 p.m. and I, Hemant Soni, DP Legal and Secretary, warmly welcome you to the General Meeting of This meeting is being called through video conferencing following the rules set by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. We thank you for joining us online and suggest using stable internet connections for best experience. Thank you to your support. The company has made good progress since our last meeting. We are grateful for your trust and continued involvement. Before we start, I would like to introduce the members of our board, key managing person and auditors present. Sri Sanjay Kulkarni, Chairman and Non-Executive Directors. Sri Bharat Kumar Vagheria, Managing Director and CFO of Time Technoplast. Sri Raghupati Tyagarajan, Full-Time Director. Sri Naveen Kumar Jain, Full-Time Director. Sri Sanjeev Sharma, Full-Time Director. Sri Vishal Jain, Non-Executive Director. Sri Deepak Bakshi, Independent Director and Chairman of Audit Committee and Nomination Commission Committee. Sri Mahendra Kumar Vadra, Non-Executive Director. Sri Pradeep Kumar Das, Independent Director and Chairman of Stakeholder Relationship Committee. Sri Parveen Kumar Agarwal, Independent Director. Trivedi Makhijani, Independent Director. Mr. Sandeep Modi, Senior VP and Corporate Planning Accounts. Sri Manoj Kumar Mewara, Vice President Finance and Company Secretary. Mr. Neeraj Matalia, Representative of the Khandelwal Jain and Company Statutory Auditor. Mr. Raman Shah, Representative of Raman Sayan Company Statutory Auditor. And Mr. Arun Das, Secretary Auditor and Scrutinizer for the body. We appreciate that the hard work and guidance of everyone who helped the lead of the company. This meeting gives us an important opportunity to come together and review the company's progress and make important decisions. We appreciate your active participation. Now I invite our respected chairman, Sri Sanjay Kulkarni, to address the meeting. Sir, over to you.
Thanks. Good afternoon, shareholder. I warmly welcome you to the 35th Annual General Meeting of your company. As mentioned earlier by Mr. Hemant Soni, this meeting is being held electronically in compliance with the applicable regulatory guidelines. Though we are not physically gathered together, we appreciate this virtual platform that allows us to connect seamlessly. The venue of the meeting shall be deemed to be the registered office of the company. As the requisite quorum is present, I call the meeting to order. The register of directors, their shareholdings, and register of contracts are available online for inspection by the members. I now request Shri M.K. Vadva to read the chairman's speech on my behalf. Mr. Vadva.
Thank you, Kulkarni ji, for giving me the honor. Dear shareholders, good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to the 35th Annual General Meeting of Time Technoplast Limited. It is a privilege to be here today as the chairman of this multinational company. Guided by the visionary leadership of our esteemed co-founders, Mr. Bharat Kumar Vagheria, Managing Director and CFO, along with Mr. Raghupati Tyagarajan and Mr. Naveen Jain, whole-time directors, Mr. Vishal Jain, whole-time directors of our subsidiary company, and valuable support of Mr. Sanjeev Sharma, whole-time director of the company. Time Technoplast Limited has charted a path of growth and innovation. With the dedication of over 4,000 employees in 11 countries, their collective passion, foresight, and unwavering commitment has propelled us into a globally trusted brand, serving a growing customer base across continents. This united leadership continues to inspire confidence and drive sustainable value creation for all our stakeholders. In recognition of our strong performance, the board has approved and recommended a dividend of 250%, that is ₹2.50 per share on the face value of ₹1 per share, along with an issuance of bonus share in the ratio of 1:1, one bonus share for every equity share held, subject to the approval at the ongoing 35th Annual General Meeting. This marks a significant milestone as the Time Technoplast Limited has announced bonus shares for the first time since its listing in 2007. These measures reflect our commitment to sharing success with our shareholders and our confidence in the promising future that lies ahead. Introduction. The year 2024-25 brought its shares of global and geopolitical challenges, yet India stood strong, reaffirming its position as one of the fastest growing economies in the world. The World Bank has projected India's GDP to grow at 6.6% in FY26, supported by private consumption, rising domestic demand, and continued foreign investment. We step boldly into the future with advanced ventures in composite cylinders, building on our long legacy of innovation in polymers. We have always believed in excellence, quality, and sustainability as the foundation for growth. That belief is stronger than ever today. With demand for composite cylinders, LPG and CNG rising rapidly, we are on the cusp of a massive opportunity as we expect this segment to grow 25 to 30% compound annual general rate at CAGR of 30%. We are ready to lead, ready to scale, and ready to shape a sustainable technology-driven future for industries and communities across the globe. Our company's performance for the year 25. The company's performance in financial year was a resounding success. Our revenue grew by 9% to 5,462 crores in FY25 from 507 crores in FY24. EBITDA saw a healthy 12% growth, reaching to rupees 790 crores from rupees 705 crores in FY24. And the most impressive is the 25% jump in PAT to rupees 388 crore from 310 crore in FY24. This shows that the company is not only just growing, it is becoming more profitable and financially sound. This growth has been fueled by rising demand for polymer packaging, advanced multi-layer solutions, and India's becoming chemical and pharmaceutical exports, booming chemical and pharmaceutical exports. At the same time, our Type 4 composite CNG cylinders continue to gain traction with a strong order pipeline, further strengthening our leadership in this sector. Company's performance in Q1 of FY26. The company had a strong start to the fiscal year. In Q1 of FY26, our revenue grew by 10% to rupees 1,354 crore rupees in Q1 of 26 from 1,231 crore rupees in Q1 of 25. EBITDA grew by 12% to 196 crore rupees from 175 crore rupees in the same period last year. And PAT again saw a significant growth of 20%, rising to rupees 95 crore rupees from 79 crores in the same period last year. Business outlook. Looking ahead, our vision is to strengthen core businesses while diversifying into high potential sectors and expanding internationally, composite cylinders remain a key growth drivers with global demand expanding rapidly. With sustained investment in R&D, we are enhancing our product portfolio to meet evolving customer needs. Our strategy focuses on cutting-edge innovation, selective brownfield expansions in India and overseas, and scaling globally. These steps will ensure we remain the preferred partners in packaging, composites, and sustainable solutions. Industrial packaging. At Tyne Group, we are proud to be the global leader in 9 out of 11 countries. Our overseas presence focuses only on industrial packaging products, namely polymer drums, barrels, jerry cans, pails, and intermediate bulk containers that have set benchmarks in safety performance and efficiency. In FY25, the company achieved consolidated revenue of 3,398 crore rupees, which is 60% of our turnover, highlighting both our significant scales and strong trust we have established globally. Looking ahead, we remain focused on driving innovation, strengthening sustainability, and shaping the future of packaging with purpose. PE pipes. HDPE pipes are redefining infrastructure with their strength, lightweight, and resilience against harsh conditions. Today, they are the trusted choice for water, irrigation, sewage, desalination, and power projects, and government initiatives are accelerating their adoption across India. More than just durable and low maintenance, HDPE pipes reduce carbon footprints. In FY25, the business contributed 377 crore rupees in revenue, reinforcing its role as cornerstone of our growth and catalyst for building a greener future. Further, in this momentum, the company is also in the process of acquiring BIS approval for HDPE gas pipelines. Composite products. Composite products include cylinders, LPG, CNG, and cascades have redefined safety and performance, lightweight, corrosion resistant, UV stable, and explosion proof. They are fast replacing traditional old systems of metal drums, metal cylinders, and cascades. Today, Tyne Group is the world's second largest manufacturers, serving over 40 countries from India with approvals across 51 countries in LPG segment. Our flagship light safe cylinders continue to gain traction globally. CNG cylinders and cascades remain the showstoppers for our composite business, delivering comparatively better margins than our other composite products. Looking ahead, we are preparing to enter the hydrogen era with PESO-approved hydrogen cylinders for fuel cells and drones. These advancements, alongside investment in brownfield expansion, cement our leadership in next-generation composite solutions. New products and projects. We are proud to be the first company in India to receive approval for Type 3 composite hydrogen cylinders for drones and UAVs, setting new benchmarks in lightweight, durable, and efficient hydrogen storage for aerial applicants. We are driving a bold green energy transition with a commitment to source 75% of our electricity from solar within the next 2 years, reducing costs, cutting carbon emissions, and reinforcing alignment with global sustainability goals. Our subsidiary PowerBuild Batteries Private Limited has developed advanced e-start with selenium e-rickshaw batteries designed for superior performance, faster charging, and enhanced safety, fueling the growth of clean mobility in India. Our other subsidiary, TPL Plastic Limited, is establishing a state-of-the-art IBC manufacturing unit at Lote Parshuram, Maharashtra. Strategically located in a key chemical hub, the project is progressing on schedule and is expected to be completed by FY 26-27. Sustainability. We are serious about sustainability and have two initiatives in this area. Time Ecotech Private Limited subsidiary company is leading nationwide efforts to revolutionize industrial plastic waste management. With a project of 120 crores investment in next 3 years, we aim to build 3 automated recycling plants beginning with western region of India. These plants will collectively process 60,000 metric tons of post-consumer plastic waste annually, feeding high-quality recycled materials back into industrial supply chains. We are investing in solar power across our facilities. We have already reduced over 31,142 tons of CO2 emissions. By March 2026, we expect this to exceed to 37,531 tons. Together, this initiative reflects our commitment to building a truly circular and green economy. Dividend. I am pleased to share that the board has recommended a final dividend of ₹2.50 per share for FY25, up from ₹2 last year. This reflects our robust cash flows, strong performance, and commitment to rewarding our shareholders consistently. Capital expenditure. During the year, we invested 195 crore rupees in capital expenditure, 81 crore rupees for capacity expansion, automation, and re-engineering of existing products, and 114 crore rupees in value-added high-tech solutions. Our focus remains on brownfield, greenfield expansion in India and overseas, thus maximizing efficiency while scaling for the future. Qualified institutional placements. The board of directors and the members have approved raising of 1,000 crores by issuing equity shares through a qualified institutional placement. The proceeds will be deployed prudently across priority areas. First, partial or full repayment and or prepayment of short-term and or long-term debts. Second, capital investment for expansion of both greenfield and brownfield projects. Focus on value-added products such as intermediate bulk containers, composite products, CNG, LPG, and hydrogen cylinders, cascades. Third, on capital expenses for automation, re-engineering, modification of the molds, machineries, and equipment for reducing and recurring costs and to improve margins. Fourth, on funding the organic and inorganic growth in the areas of its operation. Fifth, on meeting the working capital requirements of the company on consolidated basis. And sixth, on general corporate purposes. Further, in latest updates, I would also like to share a quick brief about our inorganic growth strategically. Time Technoplast Limited has signed a memorandum of understanding to acquire 74% equity stake in Ebullient Packaging Private Limited at an estimated enterprise value of 200 crores as part of its strategic initiative to expand its packaging portfolio and accelerate inorganic growth. The proposed acquisition is subject to a due diligence, including financial, legal, taxation, and regulatory reviews. EPPL, established in 2003, manufactures flexible intermediate bulk containers polymer drums, jerry cans, and small steel containers with strong operation in Western India and significant export to Europe. The company projects FY26 revenue of rupees 250 crores with an EBITDA margin of 10% and is currently operating at approximately 70% capacity utilization, serving industries such as chemical, pharma, FMCG, agriculture, and mining, etc. The acquisition brings strong synergies. EPPL will benefit from TTL's global reach, extensive customer base, pan-India manufacturing footprints, and advanced R&D capabilities, enabling faster innovation and market expansion. EPPL will also gain from volume-driven cost efficiencies, improved supply chain alignment, and group-level sourcing benefits, all of which are expected to enhance profitability and operational resilience. For TTL, the deal marks entry into the high-growth FIBC market, which is of 7,000 crores, growing at 20% CAGR, and the global FIBC market expected to grow from $8.6 billion to $12 billion by 2030. This acquisition strengthens TTL market leadership, supports its sustainability and circular economy goals, and align with Government of India's Make in India vision. Acknowledgement. Our progress is made possible by the trust of our shareholders, the dedication of our employees, the leadership of our management team, and the strong partnership of our banking associates. Together, we have built a culture of innovation, resilience, and excellence that will carry us into the future. We are proud of how far we have come, and we are excited for the opportunities that lie ahead. With our collective strength, we are confident of achieving even greater milestones in the years to come. Thank you. Over to our chairman, Mr. Kulkarni.
Thank you, Mr. Wadhwa, for that speech. The notice for the meeting and the annual report of the company for the financial year 2024 to 25 have been circulated to all members electronically, as per the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. Hence, the notice is taken as read. As the statutory auditor's report and the secretarial auditor's report do not contain any qualifications, observations, or adverse remarks, reading of these reports at the meeting is not required. In accordance with the Companies Act 2013, read with SEBI LODR regulations, the company has offered its members the facility to vote electronically through remote e-voting. The remote e-voting commenced on September 6, 2025 at 9 a.m. and ended on September 10, 2025 at 5 p.m. Mr. Arun Dash, practicing company secretary, has been appointed as a scrutinizer to oversee the e-voting process impartially. After receiving the scrutinizer's report, the results of voting on all resolutions will be submitted to the stock exchanges and simultaneously published on the company's website and the website of MUFG In Time India Private Limited. I will now give a brief review of the agenda items set forth in the notice of this AGM. Commencement of the agenda items. 1. I present item number 1 of the notice regarding adoption of audited financial statements, both standalone and consolidated, for the financial and year ended 31st March 2025, and the report of the Board of Directors and Auditors thereon by an ordinary resolution. Number 2. The next item is the declaration of final dividend at rupees 2.50 per share of face value of rupees 1 each, being 250% as the final dividend for the financial year ended 31st March 2025 by an ordinary resolution. The next item is for the reappointment of Mr. Bharat Kumar Vagheria as the director, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment by an ordinary resolution. Fourth, the next item is for the reappointment of Mr. Vishal Jain as director, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment by an ordinary resolution. Number 5. The next item is for the appointment of Messrs. Raman S. Shah and Company, Chartered Accountants, as joint statutory auditors of the company for a first term of 5 consecutive years by an ordinary resolution. 6. The next item is for the appointment of Dash Vivedi and Associates LLP, company secretaries, as secretarial auditors of the company for a term of 5 consecutive resolution. Number 8. The next item is for the reappointment of Mr. Naveen Kumar Jain as a whole-time director for a term of 5 years by an ordinary as a whole-time director for a term of 5 years by an ordinary resolution. Item number 10. The next item is for the reappointment of Mr. Sanjeev Sharma as a whole-time director for a term of 3 years by an ordinary resolution. Number 11. The next item is for the increase in authorized capital of the company from rupees 52.5 crores to rupees 100 crores and consequential amendment to Memorandum of Association of the company by an ordinary resolution. Item number 12. Now the last item is for the issue of bonus shares to the members in the ratio of 1:1 by an ordinary resolution. I would like to invite pre-registered speakers to share their thoughts and ask any questions that they may have. Can we have the questions, please?
Thank you, sir. I now invite speaker number 1, Ms. Lekha Shah. Lekha ma'am, you are in the panel. Please start your video and you may ask your question. Lekha ma'am, you may speak now. Lekha ma'am, please ask your question. Some audio connectivity issue. We will move to the next speaker. Now I invite for speaker number 2, Mr. Himanshu Trivedi. Mr. Himanshu, you are in the panel. Please start your video and you may ask your question.
Hello,
Mr.
am I
Himanshu,
audible?
you may speak now.
Am I audible? Can you?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Yes, yes. Respected Chairman, other Board of Directors, sitting recognized myself Himanshu Trivedi from Vadodara, Gujarat State. First of all, I am thankful to our company secretary Manoj Kumar. He is sending a soft copy, hard copy of the AGM report well in advance, which is full of information, fact, figure, and place, which is easy to follow, easy to understand. So I am thankful to you and entire secretary. Report is nicely prepared. All the corporate governors are covered in the AGM report. I don't have much question because I have full faith on board and the resolution. Sir, I have sent all my question query to the email well in advance with the save that I am of the AGM and give the opportunity to speaker, press speaker of my speaker shareholder. Sir, still I have few questions. What is the market share we have in domestic and international market? And what much rupees spent, how much rupees is spent in his R&D current financial year? And how many new products are coming in current financial year? Sir, I wish good luck and bright future for coming financial year. Thank you to allow to visit. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Vagheria will answer the questions.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Himanshu. You asked about the market share. As you know that we have a presence in 11 countries, including in India. And every product has a different market share, but main large product which we have a packaging product, rigid packaging. So we can say market share is more than 50% in India as far as packaging product is concerned, that we are leader in India. Now, as internationally, already as we have 11 countries, so in India, other countries are 10 out of 8 countries also we are leader, because we are supplying to all local industry, and every country requirement is for the local people only and the local companies only. There is no any export between the inter countries also because of the voluminous product. Then you ask about the R&D. Normally, R&D, we have a strong team of more than 35 people working on the R&D, which develop the products and hand over to the operational department. Normally, we cannot identify what are the R&D expenses, but normally it is within the level of 1%. We do R&D expenses, but we are not separately claiming anything on account of the R&D, because in respect of the R&D towards the material cost, towards the salaries cost, everything gone to the revenue expenses only, because they are utilizing the platform available, injection molding, blow molding, extrusion line, and the composite line for the development of the products. That's the two things you add. Another new products, yes, certain new products are in pipeline other than the existing product, like LPG cylinder for the larger size of 14.2 kg. Another is a fire extinguisher, which is nobody manufacturing in India currently, which we are trying to develop, and we will have an approval soon from the BIS standards. That is called fire extinguisher, made from the composite. Certain other composite products is also pipeline, which will go in the automotive sectors. Another thing, as we have mentioned, composite product where the growth is expected 25 to 30%. There the further more products under development will be taken place, including the hydrogen cylinder, including the hydraulic system, whatever is required in the future. Company has the experienced team, so we are going to go ahead for these products. That's all I think what you have asked. Right?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I now invite speaker number 3, Mr. Anil Mehta. Mr. Mehta, you are in the panel. Please start your video and you may ask your question.
Hello.
Mr. Mehta, you are audible.
Yes, Mehta ji, थोड़ा जोर से बोलिए, loudly बोलना पड़ेगा आपको.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Chairman, sir.
Yeah.
Company secretaries. Sir, on going to the digital annual account for the financial year 24-25, which is according to me is quite informative and self-explanatory. On going to the balance sheet, I have 3 questions. My first question, in respect to the today's annual meeting, the company's revenue, profitability, cash flow, debt levels for the next 3 years. My second question, the company's approach to managing risks such as cybersecurity, climate change, and supply chain. My last question in front of the board of directors: does the board of directors plans for the future need working capital? How will it rate it? I end my speech. I'm now ending up as a speaker under the conference board. Over to you, Chairman, sir, for further. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. But you are asking about the growth plan of the company, right? So in reference with the growth, as per the present guidance, what we have received internationally and the local businesses for each of the segment, normally we expect the overall consolidated growth in terms of the volume around 15%, but it is of the revenue in the range of 10 to 12%. Because of the prices of the polymer and other products are down, so there may be the gap between the volume growth and the revenue growth. Now, as far as margins are concerned, as the revenue growth projected is 15%, but definitely EBITDA growth will have a expanded margins literally because of the composite product percentage of the value add product is increasing in overall revenue. So when the company will grow around 12% to 15%, then definitely EBITDA margin will grow 18 to 20%, and PAT margin above 20% will grow. Advantage as the percentage of utilization is going to be increased, and margin also will be expanded from the present EBITDA level of 14 to 14.5%, and 20 to 30 basis point improvement you will see in the 3 years period ahead. We will again, time to time, we will revise based on the current prices of the period ahead. It is based on the current prices which is available polymer. These guidance are provided. Right, Mehtaji?
How future plans for the company? What will if company requires any fund, how will it raise it?
No, I cannot.
QIP. We are doing the QIP now.
No, he is not asking QIP.
No. The
You
funds
are
will be.
asking, I think you have asked me about the debt free. Yes. Company has a plan to become a debt free in the next 24 months time. But further, as we have seen, company, our chairman Saab in his speech also told, company has an approval for raising of the 1,000 crore QIP, and that also whether, depending on the time, whether company is doing 800 crores QIP or 1,000 crore approval, this 1,000 crore is there. But that utilization is also explained very well. The part repayment of debt is going to be out of the QIP amount. Balance repayment will continue from the internal accruals of the companies. And the QIP proceed will be used for sustainability, which includes recycling plant plus the power cost reduction and the green energy. Another thing, company is allocating around 100 crores for automation ranging of product to improve the margin and improve the productivity and increase the capacity also. And as already mentioned, company will continue focus on the brownfield and greenfield project expansion to achieve the growth of over 15% in the organic products and where the company exists. In addition to that, you have seen that company inorganically it is signed the memorandum of understanding for flexible, that is called FIBC, flexible intermediate container, which market is growing more than 20%. So small way companies taking into their products, which have a large potential for the export as well as in India also. After 3 years, we will again revise the guidelines based on the development in each of the products.
Thank you, sir, for your reply.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Reply. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I now invite speaker number 4, Mr. Anil Parekh. Mr. Parekh, you are in the panel. Please start your video and you may ask your question. Mr. Parekh, you may speak now.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
First of all, Chairman sir, thank you very much for calling my name as a speaker. Chairman sir, I have one request to make you, rather two requests. First is, now you all are sitting physically for the AGM. Why can't you call us for physical meeting? It's now a very bad time for investors. What I think that majority of the companies calling VC meeting to avoid shareholders. So don't you think this is not the right way to interact with the shareholders? I expect you all guys to have physical meeting next year. So whatever best things you have done, we can meet and greet to you. This is my first request. Second request is, Chairman sir, you can note down all the speakers' question at a time and give answers at the last when everybody has finished their questions. So it will save considerable time giving answer for each and every shareholder. So, and you can avoid repeated questions. These are the two requests from my side. Now, coming to the company's performance, I'm thankful to our company secretary Manoj Mewada and his entire team, Niklang Jain, and everyone for extending all kind of support, and we are thankful for them. Earlier, we used to come to our plant at Daman, our physical meeting, and now due to Corona, thereafter we are unable to come and meet you. So please have a meeting physically next year. Now, I have gone through our balance sheet. It's a very good numbers we have as far as our revenue and profitability is concerned. Companies focus on enhancing operational efficiency and reducing debt has been highly successful. We have seen an improvement in our return on capital also. Chairman sir, we have continued emphasis on value-added products has been a key driver of growth, including our composite cylinders and intermediate bulk containers. And it has shown strong growth, outpacing the established products. Chairman sir, I would like to understand how well our hydrogen and CNG cylinders will do pan-India and globally. And would it be a game changer for the company? That is my first question. Secondly, I'm very much thankful to our board for declaring one-to-one bonus for the shareholders. Of course, this is just a book entry and no particular gain is received, but we will be happy that at least you have done something for the shareholders. So I'm thankful to you. Chairman sir, the company's commitment to green energy and sustainability with plans to shift 75% of our electricity consumption to solar power is commendable. This will not only lead to cost savings, but also align us with global ESG standards. Chairman sir, I have a few more questions, if you permit me. Given the current macroeconomic environment, what specific steps is the company taking to mitigate risk, such as inflation in raw material cost and fluctuating market demand? The annual report shows a growth in revenue, but what is the outlook for profitability in the next fiscal year? Do you expect our margins to improve? And if so, how? Next question, what is the company's capital allocation strategy for the coming year? Will the focus be on capacity expansion, R&D, acquisition, or returning capital to shareholders through dividends or buybacks? These were some of the questions, and I would like to assent to all the resolutions proposed today. Last but not the least, you are expecting to have 1,000 crore QIP for the institutional investors. Why you can't have a right issue for attractive right issue for the shareholders? If given a chance, do you have any plans to declare a right issue? Thank you very much for providing me this platform to speak before you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Anilji. I think you asked about the request for physical meeting in other locations, but from company side, I will give you answer both the way. Having an online meeting, it is given opportunity to everywhere, to all my shareholders, and I am pleased to tell you, today we have a 141,000 shareholders of the company, which 4 years back, it was 20,000 numbers. It's a 700% increase in the stakeholders. Number two, we are saving the cost to the company because we were having the meeting in Daman and then online is allowed and everybody is free to call the questions, ask the questions. Therefore, you know that we have kept the meeting time is 4 o'clock evening because everybody is free after the lunch and after the market is over. So it's free time. Anyway, if we will also noted your this request, we will put forward and we will ask government also, ask the the company law board also to amend the permission that physical meeting is to be allowed. You know very well, COVID still it is not over. Somewhere in India also people are afraid again it can come back. Every 1 month or 2 months we will heard about the COVID, something is there, but people are not disclosing themselves. Therefore, keeping away from this kind of the problems which we had 2 years back. Second, you have asked about the growth of the company. Now, the company growth, already I have said in the last questions that the volume growth is expecting around 15% and the revenue growth may be 3% plus or minus depending on the polymer and the composite product prices, which is again based on the demand and supply. And I think currently you have mentioned about the inflation in the polymer prices. Polymer prices is not an inflation, it is a downward trend, it's a deflation. So there is no, as far as in India, is not an inflation is there. Inflation is well within the control, which RBI publishing time to time. And you are very well aware that because of the no inflation and inflation is within the budget, government, our Reserve Bank of India is reducing the cost of the funding in the current financial year 2002-25 3 times. You have asked about the company's allocation of capital. Yes, company has a various stages of doing the investment. And committee, we have internal committee, then we have a board committee, then we have a board member, then the shareholders. Our annual capex is in the range of 175 to 200 crores, which is well by way of internal accruals, which is to capture the growth, brownfield and the greenfield, and to capture the business expansion and the product development. Now you ask about the QIP, is a specific worked out because the market, some large investor would like to buy the shares, it is not available at the chunk, therefore it is proposal discussed within the board in the last year and the shareholder approval taken up to 1,000 crore and for which how the investment will be done, that again company has waited last 8 to 10 months for the raising of the QIP fund because global conditions were not suitable. But again, company is watching very closely and the right time it will be launched. It is ready because of the companies has already planned part payment of the repayment debt plus automation, re-engineering, sustainability investment, everything is mentioned in the object clause of the recycling, object clause of the QIP. So company is very clear now to improve the ROCE by improve the product mix. As I said in my initial statement and Chairman Sahab also mentioned that the company is expecting packaging growth in the range of 10 to 12%, but the composite product growth of 25 to 30%, which will give marginal EBITDA expansion by 20 to 30 basis points year on year. So that will improve the ROCE. 4 years back, company has kept the target to achieve the ROCE of 20% in the year is 25-26. So we are on that path only because last 3 years, company has fulfilled their commitment of 14, 16 and 18% in the last 3 years, which is achieved already. So thereafter also, ROCE focus will continue to improvement by 1.5 to 2% year on year, even after become the debt free also. Second, as a commitment, we have seen the company is increasing the payout ratio also, which is currently 15%, and therefore the dividend announcement is also there and increase 2 rupees to 2 rupees 50 paisa in the current year. And the payout is going to be increased as the company's earnings are also increased. Now, as you have asked about the right issue, yes, in future if requirement comes, we will come with the approval of the board and the shareholders. Right? I think I have covered all the points which you have asked.
Yeah, thank you. Next question, please.
Thank you, sir. I now invite speaker number 5, Mr. Deepak Joshi. Mr. Joshi, you are in the panel. Please start your video and you may ask your question. Yes. Mr. Joshi, you may speak now.
Yes, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, Secretary Department, and shareholders. I am Deepak Joshi from Delhi. Thanks to my secretarial department, so given me the chance to attend your AGM as a speaker. सर मैं कुछ पॉइंट है मेरे हैं कि जिस बात से अनिल जी ने बोला है कि ये यहाँ पर आंसर जो है लास्ट में दीजिए ताकि सबका सेव होगा टाइम. इट्स गुड. अच्छा, दूसरा मेरा ये क्वेश्चन ये है कि ये जो वर्ल्ड में जो इतना ज्यादा जो वार हो रहा है, एक दूसरे की जगह कंट्री के वार हो रहा है, क्या उसका इफेक्ट हमारी कंपनी पे होगा? और दूसरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि यूएस ने जो टैरिफ लगाए हैं, क्या उसका इफेक्ट हमारी कंपनी पे होगा? और ये जो अपना एम्प्लॉइज की जो बात करी आपने, 4000 एम्प्लॉइज जो हमारे वर्किंग में है राइट नाउ, तो क्या फॉरेन में भी हमारे एम्प्लॉय वहाँ पर है या इंडियन पीपल्स को अपॉर्चुनिटी दी है आपने, या फॉरेनर्स पर्सन को ही आप वहाँ पे ले रहे हैं, उसको अपॉइंट कर रहे हैं? तो इस तरह से मेरे क्वेश्चंस हैं, प्लीज रिप्लाई. थैंक यू सर.
थैंक यू विवेक जी. आपका पहला क्वेश्चन है वार. अभी मैं आपको बोलता हूँ कि पड़ोसी के घर में आग लगी और आप बोलो मेरे को कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता, ये तो मैं नहीं मानता. ठीक है, डायरेक्टली हमारे धंधे पे कोई इफेक्ट नहीं है, लेकिन अगर पड़ोसी के यहाँ प्रॉब्लम आएगी धंधे की तो थोड़ा बहुत तो हम तो पैकेजिंग प्रोडक्ट देते हैं, लेकिन जो पैकेजिंग प्रोडक्ट जो यूज करते हैं उनको उस कंट्री में करने की दिक्कत आ सकती है. तो हर आदमी ये चाहता है कि शांति सब तरफ बनी रहनी चाहिए, तभी तरह से ग्रोथ आराम से सबको मिल जाती है. तो अभी ये तो वॉर सिचुएशन इज नॉट अवर कंट्रोल, इट इज द जियोपॉलिटिकल सिचुएशन, और वो हो जाएगा कि भाई समय के रखते हुए सब अपने अपने देश देखेंगे और इस हिसाब से एवरी कंट्री को अपनी ग्रोथ लेनी है, तो दे हैव टू बी हैव अ पीस इन द बिजनेस. दूसरा यूएसए टैरिफ. You know very well we have a packaging product and we manufacture each of the product for each of the country consumption only. US tariff is the higher tariff of 50% is there for the import which is coming from the other countries and going in the US. We have a plant in US, we are manufacturing in US and supplying in the US end user only because we are providing this packaging product. So directly we are not affected by the having this tariff increase or decrease is there. Very small portion, maybe the 2 or 3% of our total input cost may be coming from the other countries, but that we will be able to pass on to our end customer. Second, you have asked about the employees. Yes, we have more than 4,000 employees across the globe, which includes professionals, engineers, chartered accountant, ICS, everything. In overseas plant, I can say we have almost used the 70% local people because we have to use the local people for the local language and 30% people from the Indians we have a motivation scheme for our employees. Some of the employees who would like to motivate, who would like to affect it, they want to go our overseas plant, they are free to go there, work there and come back to India as far as they are working in the time group of the companies. And that is beneficial to the company. So most of the countries, you will see some of the high level post people, like technical people, we train them in India, we send them in my overseas. Commercial people, they trained in India, we send them in overseas because polymer process and technology is same across the globe. I think I have covered all the questions which you have asked.
Yeah. Next one, please.
Thank you, sir. I now invite speaker number 6, Mr. D.K. Bhagwat. Mr. Bhagwat, you are in the panel. Please start your video and you may ask your question.
Hello, am I audible, sir? Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes, Mr. Bhagwat, you are audible.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. First of all, good evening to all the board members. Respected Chairman, Board of Directors, this is D.K. Bhagwat from Mumbai. First of all, I love to say thanks to the company secretary, Mr. Manoj Kumar Mewara, for sending me the soft copy of annual report, very relevant, which is full of information and easy to understand. Sir, so I thanks to him. Sir, as a, I have sent you all the questions, sir. So please reply those questions. Rest for coming festival, I wish good luck and bright future. And thank you very much for patience hearing. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I think you have raised, you have sent in advance one question, that is the recycling plastic. Thirdly, who is buying our plastic cylinder? Yeah, you have asked general. Recycling plastic. for use of the recycling plastic to compliance of the statutory guidelines which is provided by Government of India's this thing. Company used to have a recycling 30% of their packaging product, excluding the export packaging, excluding the packaging which is supplied to the pharma and food product company. Company need to use recycled material. In that reference, in advance, company has taken action and decided to form a separate company which is already formed, Time Ecotech Private Limited. Project is already finalized and it is mentioned in the QIP also that 120 crores will be make an investment in the next 2 to 3 years time for putting up the 3 manufacturing plant in India, beginning from the western region of India, then south, then north, in total for a capacity of 60,000 tons. But currently also, company is buying recycled material from the registered companies who are already having EPR registration number, which is also complying part of the recycled material. Another, you have asked about the buying of the plastic cylinder. You know that we cannot sell in the open and consumer market. We are selling our product through the gas distribution company, who are mainly in India. Government distribution companies are Indian Oil, HPCL, BPCL. Further, company has export approvals also in 51 countries. So export into various countries for the LPG applications. As far as CNG is concerned, that is only in India. Company is not doing export because present capacity is only available capacity is for the India and make in India usable. That's right. This was your question. Profit already announced in the balance sheet. What is the profit? That already given for March 2025 balance sheet, I think. Right?
Yeah. Next question, please.
Thank you, sir. I now invite speaker number 7, Mr. Jehangir Batiwala. Mr. Jehangir, you are in the panel. Please start your video and you may ask your question.
Good afternoon to all the members on VC panel. Sir, first and foremost, sir, thanks for the dividend of rupees 2.5 per share. And it is good that you declared a dividend and kept the shareholders happy and the company in the dividend paying list. Now, sir, I've been hearing your presentation and the questions, so most of my questions have been answered. Just wanted to know, I have a small request that where you said that your shareholders have risen by 700%. So, sir, you can have a hybrid meeting where people like me and others would like to come and personally meet you, greet you, and talk to you. And those who want to stay at home and talk to you can talk through video conferencing. So I would urge you that next year onwards, please start a physical meeting because even work from home has been stopped. People have to attend offices and everything. So I think it's time that we start our physical meeting, which used to have earlier. Lastly, sir, what is the capex plan and how do you plan to fund it? Roadmap for the next 2 years. And some best of luck to one and all, and compliments of the festive season to one and all. Thank you very much, sir.
Mr. Batiwala, I have noted your, I think, physical meeting and that thing already, that one person gentleman has told about that. We have noted that. Another thing, you want to meet us, you are free to come at the corporate office by taking the prior appointment. We are sitting our corporate office in Mumbai. So at any point of time, you can have a prior appointment and you come and meet if required. As far as profit and business path is concerned, already earlier, our people have raised the queries and that clarification provided. If you were on the line, you must have listened that about the growth of 15% already told. It is the growth plan of the next 3 years, where the EBITDA will increase by around 18% and the PAT will increase more than 20%. That already been told. And company focus on the improvement of the margin will continue. Capex plan already said 175 to 200 crores. Every year will be required for automations, brownfield, greenfield expansion, and that will be incurred from the available internal accruals of the companies. QIP, where it will be used, already advised in the chairman's speech, and further when the approval was taken, already object of the issue was mentioned in that resolution. I think I have covered all the points.
Thank you, sir. I now invite speaker number 8, Mr. Yusuf Randawala. Mr. Yusuf, you are in the panel. Please start your video and you may ask your question.
वीडियो क्या बोलता है?
Sir, very good afternoon, very good evening, chairman sir. Sir, आप पहले तो आपको शुभ होना देता हूँ कि आपने हमारे लिए शेयर बाजार बंद होने के बाद आपने भी मीटिंग रखा 4 बजे सर। पहले तो बहुत अच्छी बात है सर। आप चाहते हैं कि सब शेयर होल्डर आपसे ज्वाइन करे, ये दिखाते कि आप शेयर होल्डर को आप कितना प्यार करते हैं सर। हमारे लिए बहुत अच्छी सर, बहुत अच्छी कंपनी है सर। सर आपने हमें मांगी विगत 35 ईयर्स है और आफ्टर द लिस्टिंग यू डिक्लेयर 1:1 bonus, ₹2.50 dividend, as you mentioned, and we are exporting our plastic gas, our customer, और आपने बताया था अपने कस्टमर HPCL, BPCL अपने कस्टमर है और अपने यूएसए में भी अपने एक्सपोर्ट ऑर्डर है। सर ये जान के आपका पूरा हमें जान के बहुत खुशी हुई है। सर मैं जानना चाहता हूँ अपना ऑर्डर श्रीलंका से कुछ आता है क्या? श्रीलंका, बांग्लादेश, नेपाल ये सब कंट्री से आता है क्या सर? और सर 4,000 आपने बताया, वी हैविंग 4,000 स्टाफ, उसमें लेडीज कितना है, उसमें जेंट्स कितना है? पॉइंट नंबर 2, our dynamic excellent director भरत भाई है क्या साहब? भरत भाई कहाँ है सर? वेरी जे भरत भाई, आई वुड लाइक टू हैव भरत भाई साहब है क्या? अरे सर, हाउ आर यू सर? મજા તબિયત પાણી સારી છે?
બધા આય છે, બધા ડાયરેક્ટર, પ્રોમોટર, બધા બોર્ડ રૂમ માં બેઠા છે.
બસ સારી તબિયત સારી હોય, મને જાણીને બહુ ખુશી છે.
All well. Health wise, there is no any issue. Don't worry.
અલ્લાહ ને મહેરબાની કરીને અમારા બધા સાહેબ લોકોને તબિયત સારી છે. બસ સાહેબ એ સારું છે, વિડીયો કોન્ફરન્સ અમે રાખો છે, અમારે ઘરે બેઠીને કોન્ટેક્ટ થાય છે. અમારા વાપી બી આવું નથી પડતું, એ સારું છે, બહુ મજાનું છે સાહેબ. તમારો પ્યાર મોહબ્બત રહી છે. अपना लिंक पीपल जो अपने एजेंट है, स्पेशली प्रशांत भाई, प्रवीणा मैडम ये अपना एजेंट है, ये लोग को सारी सर्विस आपे છે સાહેબ. તમે બહુ સારા એજન્ટ ને અપોઇન્ટ કરો છે, એના માટે ધન્યવાદ. સર આપને બતાવો છે કે વીઆઈ ને રિસાયકલિંગ ઓફ પ્લાસ્ટિક, એ જાણીને મને બહુ ખુશી થઈ. સર આપણા પાસે લાયસન્સ બી છે, બધું જ છે સાહેબ. બહુ ખુશી છે સાહેબ જાણીને સાહેબ. હવે મને શું પૂછ્યું સાહેબ, अपनी बैलेंस शीट मनोज कुमार गुप्ता, उनके बारे में क्या करना है? जैसा उनका नाम ऐसा उनका काम. सर कहा है सर मनोज कुमार साहब? कहाँ बैठे? उनका मैं कभी देखा नहीं चेहरा, अगर वो हाथ करोड़ में उनका देखना चाहता हूँ. कहाँ है मनोज कुमार साहब?
वो तो 25 साल का आपको उधर ही दिखते नहीं क्या? 25 साल
फिर अभी उनको मिलना है साहब. वो कहाँ है सर? फोटो मिस्टर इंडिया के जैसे सर, फोटो मिस्टर इंडिया के जैसे हो गया. वो आ गया ना अपना अनिल कपूर के जैसा ऐसा हो गया सर. और कैसे साहब मनोज कुमार साहब को हमारे
फाइन.
अरे उनके बच्चे बड़े हो गए, अभी बच्चे चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बन गए, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी बन गए.
अरे कैसे हो साहब? सर
एकदम फाइन, तो अच्छे हैं, बढ़िया है.
सर आप हमें भूल जाते सर. देखो हम आपको नहीं भूलते मनोज कुमार साहब.
हम जानते हैं आपको.
मौका दीजिए साहब, कभी मुलाकात लेने के लिए साहब.
आइए आप, वेलकम.
बस आप कहाँ बैठे थे?
चलो अच्छी बात है. रंगवाला साहब आपके पॉइंट नोट किए, जरा समय की कमी होते हुए मैं आपको बता देता हूँ.
धन्यवाद. मैं यहीं पे खत्म करना चाहता हूँ.
नहीं आपने
सर एक छोटा सा शेयर पेश करना चाहता हूँ.
बोलो
की खुशबू सर, एक छोटा सा शेयर पेश करके खत्म करना चाहता हूँ. छोटा सा 1 मिनट में सर. फूलों की खुशबू, कलियों की बहार और अपना दशहरा का साथ, अभी आने वाले माता जी का आशीर्वाद अपनी कंपनी में रहे. आपने जो हमें एक पे एक बोनस दिया, ये दिखाता है कि दशहरा के पहले ही आपने हमारा दशहरा मना दिया सर. एक पे एक बोनस देके सर हमें मांगे बिगड़ आपने दिए. अभी क्या कहना सर, यहाँ पे हमारे भरत भाई है और सब अपने डायनेमिक, मनोज भाई सब अच्छे इतने अच्छे डायनेमिक पीपल बैठे, उनकी सब उनके शाबाशी देता हूँ. ये अच्छी कंपनी है सर. बस मुझे और कुछ नहीं कहना है, अंत करना चाहता हूँ. जगते रहो, हंसते रहो और आगे बढ़ो सर. हम आपके साथ है सर. थैंक यू सर. जय हिंद सर.
थैंक यू. हाँ थैंक यू रंगवाला साहब. ऐसा है, हमने आपको कुछ नहीं दिया है, आपका पैसा है, आपको दिया है. 500 रुपए के छुट्टे करके दे दिए, 250 के 2 नोट. बराबर है, ये आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट है, आपकी पूंजी है, आपको हमने डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करके दे दी. भाई जब परिवार बड़ा होता है तो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना ही पड़ता है. दूसरी बात, आपने कहा कि हम श्रीलंका और नेपाल एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं. नहीं, हमारा बहुत ही माइनर एक्सपोर्ट जाता होगा, कोई ज्यादा प्रोडक्ट एक्सपोर्ट नहीं है. बिकॉज हर कंट्री, अपने कोई मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्लांट भी नेपाल और श्रीलंका में नहीं है, क्योंकि अपना हर प्रोडक्ट उसी कंट्री में बनाया जाता है जिस कंट्री में रिक्वायरमेंट है उसकी. बाकी आपको धन्यवाद. कंपनी की आपने तारीफ की, मेवाड़ा जी की तारीफ की. कभी जरूरत हो आप जहाँ कोई मेवाड़ा साहब को मिल लेना. दमन में वहीं बैठते हैं वो, जहाँ आज से 25 साल पहले बैठते थे. फैक्ट्री भी वही है, सब कुछ वही है. अच्छी बात है. चलिए नेक्स्ट पॉइंट.
Thank you, sir. I now invite speaker number 9, Mr. Keshav Kumar. Mr. Keshav, you are in the panel. Please start your video and you may ask your question.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Yes, so getting straight to the questions. So firstly, our peer in the composite cylinder space has launched CNG cylinders recently. So how do you see it affecting the market and our ability to scale as per our current plans? Secondly, on the composite cylinders for automotive applications, considering we've been in this space for a while now and we've spent years in building up this product, why have we not been able to get IATF approvals and go in a big way into the auto OEM value chain? Thirdly, a peer of ours is supplying to Bajaj for their CNG bikes. Why are we not supplying to them? Is there an ROI element there where the weight reduction by using a composite cylinder is not adding as attractively to mileage as it typically does in a cascade where the ROI is very strong? So what's the reason for it for not being able to supply to their bikes? Fourth, so on the hydrogen front, we will have some lower hanging fruits such as the drone applications we have recently talked about. But the auto value chain can give us predictable volumes if and when it happens. So do you think we should now be aggressive and prioritize some capital for getting automotive validation while the projects are still in the development phase? So fifth, on a confirmation I needed on the QIP, which earlier was an enabling resolution. So have we decided to definitely go for it now? So sixth question is, I want to understand the foray we are doing for FIBC, because I guess it's a reasonably commoditized business where ROCs are nowhere close to what we do in our composite basket. I've seen so many companies spring up in the last 5 to 7 years. So I don't understand how it makes sense, because on one front we are trying to reduce the leverage by doing the QIP. We are putting our growth capital in high ROC composite business. So why are we allocating capital at all to FIBC? And sir, last question on the recycling foray. So would this be ROC accretive, taking 20% as the benchmark we are striving for, or would it require a few years for the reverse logistics setups to be in place to reach to those kinds of ROCs? Yeah, that's all from my side.
केशव जी, एक दिन आपको मैं जस्ट बताना चाहता हूं कि आपको कायदे कानून मालूम होगा कि कोई भी क्वेश्चन पूछने से पहले 7 दिन पहले क्वेरी भेजनी पड़ती है. आपने ठीक है, आई एम आंसरिंग योर क्वेश्चंस, बट एट द सेम टाइम यू हैव सेंट योर क्वेश्चनियर टुडे मॉर्निंग. यू आर नॉट लिस्टेड इन द प्रायर, बट अगेन आई एम गिविंग यू सिंपल वे आंसर. As far as this composite cylinder business is concerned, company has a capacity currently 30,000 cylinders. Further, 36,000 cylinder expansion is on the way, which is going to be complete in the second half of this year. And company is quite aware, presently supplying to the gas distribution companies only as a cascade. Automotive sector, we have approval. You have mentioned we don't have approval, but we have already approval. We have not yet captured that market, because we thought very clearly we should sell as a complete set where we can earn more margin. Later part of the next year, we will see the supply of the cylinder in automotive sector. In automotive sector also, first our target to give in the commercial vehicle in the large segment, that is called buses and the trucks, not to the motorcycle. We are not interested currently in supplying the composite cylinder for motorcycle, scooter and bike and like that. We are not for that. We are only for the commercial sector. Later part of the after 2-3 years, we'll see if the market demands come, we will develop that cylinders also. Hydrogen cylinders, it's a 2 year ahead. We are first mover advantage to having approval in India. Hydrogen cylinder yet to capture the market and is not considered in our growth plan of 15%, which is planned for the next 3 years. Because India is too early to say about the market for hydrogen cylinder, but we are ourselves keeping ready for this product where the future market is there to increase the efficiency, to have the lighter vehicles. That's our objective of the company. As mentioned earlier also, our mission is very clear: development of the polymer and composite product to become the product lighter, long shelf life, easy in handling, no rust and paint peeling off. Another thing, FIBC. I think my request you to study for FICC market. You have seen the data. This market is growing over 20% CAGR. There are The world over, even in India, I have seen some listed companies are there and they are having EBITDA margin in the range of 9 to 10%. This company, which we are as an entry, we are taking as a investing for the 1200 crores enterprise value, where the EBITDA margin is currently 10%, which has a potential to grow up to 3 to 4%, because when they will join our umbrella, they will have a larger bulk discount schemes available. They can leverage our international operations where present is there, because currently it's one thing different. We are in the rigid packaging product, and this product is a flexible IBC integrated container. So this product is can be having large volume, large scale produce in one country and export to the other country. We have mentioned, our chairman sir have mentioned in our speech, that can leverage our international presence, just in time delivery, we can have an advantage. Therefore, it's a synergy is there in considering that QIP have been investing, whether when you want to grow more than 15%, when the country, the RBI, when the international agencies are claiming India will grow 6 to 7%, its company will like to grow more than 15%. What are the alternate available? To give in the same line of the product where the product line is available. And this company is not a new company, it's a 20 years old company who has already quality product manufacturers. And that again, it is mentioned subject to due diligence, financially, legally, taxation, by process, the company will take over these formalities. Recycle, yes, it is already companies in process. Recycling is must. It's a statutory requirement, therefore company is investing, and it is the first company in India who is the polymer producer making his own recycling plant. I think I have covered all the points which have been asked in your return mail, and we have covered that thing.
Thank you, sir. And I invite speaker number 10, Ms. Vasudha Dakwe. Madam, you are in the panel. Please start your video and you may ask your question. Vasudha madam, you may speak now.
I think he's not there.
There is some connectivity issue. Chairman, sir, with your permission, and we allow Ms. Lekha Shah to reconnect with us.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Lekha ma'am, you are in the panel. Please start your video and you may ask your question. Lekha ma'am, you may speak now.
I think she is not able to connect it, and
Yeah.
I think still there is some connectivity issue. With this, we complete with the speaker shareholder queries. I now hand over the proceeding to the management team. Over to you.
Thank you. With all business items covered, the company has activated e-voting for members who have not yet voted remotely. The voting portal will remain open for 15 more minutes. Kindly cast your votes on each resolution. We sincerely thank everyone for participating in this AGM and for your ongoing support towards the company. We remain confident about achieving sustained growth and fulfilling the trust you have bestowed upon us. I now declare the 35th Annual General Meeting closed. Thank you all and have a pleasant day. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, everyone.